Elephant is part of one of the largest auto insurance companies in the world with operations in 7 countries. But we only have one hometown, Richmond. Thank you, Richmond. We're proud to be one of your fastest growing employers. More care, less cost. That's the Elephant difference.
Yeah, it was obviously a disappointing game. I give Dayton a lot of credit. They really battled and fought. And, made some big plays when they needed to. I thought finally there, latter part of the second half, we were able to get the game going the way that we wanted it to go in terms of style of play, putting some pressure on the ball, running through, a pass there when we were down 1. But at the end, we didn't make enough shots, and we didn't stop them enough. When you shoot 34% from the field, then your margin for error is not very big, and Dayton certainly played really well and aggressively, so they deserve a lot of credit.
Question. There were several, not necessarily momentum swings, but swings where y'all missed layups and dunks that they turned into quick points the other way.
Yes. Yeah, you got to make those plays. You got to finish those plays off. I think there was 2 in the first half, I believe, where we missed a layup, basically an open layup, and Dayton was able to make a 3 right after that. So those are 5-point swings. And then, I thought that we started off with really good energy, particularly on the defensive end. But, what happens is sometimes guys get a little down when the game's not going the way they wanted to on offense. You got to stick to the plan. You got to stick to the script. We got away from our plan a little bit. And again, Dayton, played with good aggressiveness. Seibert was terrific in the first half, really giving them a lift. And then I thought Pierre, was just really, really big down the stretch, making some big plays.
A lot of miscommunication there at the end, or not there at the end, but a lot of the game, it seemed like passes were forced, or just a lot of mistakes that were made. Do you think that was so much what they were doing, or just not being on the same page, including some of those misses at the end?
Well, we had 9 turnovers, so if you average that, you'd lead the nation in fewest turnovers. So I don't know there was so much miscommunication. We had definitely some passes that went awry. More so in the first half. I think we had 2 turnovers the whole second half. It was more missing shots, to be honest with you. We shot 2 for 14 from 3 in the second half. Majority of those were really good looks. Jaquan had 2 wide open ones that he didn't, he normally would knock down. Trey had some really good shots. You can't fault guys if they shoot the ball the right way and if they take good shots. But again, when you have that type of shooting percentage, including some of those missed layups, a missed dunk, your margin for error is a lot smaller. Usually holding the team to 59 points at home is a recipe for success, but not the way that we play on offense today.
Are there any lingering effects from that marathon Wednesday night? Did that hurt you guys going into this at all in terms of just?
I thought our guys showed really good resilience after that game. The next 2 days, Thursday and Friday, certainly that was a game that took a lot of energy physically. But it's not like we wore our guys down in practice. I think it's more so we have to get better at mentally responding when the game's not going exactly the way we want it to. Too many times today, guys dropped their head a little bit when things weren't going their way. And hey, if you're playing at this level, there's going to be good nights, there's going to be bad nights, there's going to be days where your offense isn't great, but you got to stay focused on the team plan. I thought we got away from that enough today to put us in position where Dayton was the aggressor for the majority of the game, and they were able to win.
Does it surprise you that second game in a row there was no fast break points, or you're only 3 points off turnovers today? Do you think that contributed to maybe them hanging their heads or having an off night?
Yeah, some of that was just missing layups. But yeah, definitely. That's something that we have come to rely on quite a bit, is just scoring on fast break situations, scoring off of turnovers. Dayton did a nice job limiting their turnovers, But even the turnovers that we did force, we really weren't able to convert a lot off of those. So it's disappointing. I think you learn a lot about yourself as a team and about individuals when you go through something like this, and we're no different.
Coach, you said about hanging their heads a little bit too much, in your opinion. Is that just the result of having a lot of young guys on your team, or is it kind of the cumulative effect of the last 2 games, or maybe a combination of both?
Well, I think our youth has something to do with it, but hey, if you come to VCU to play basketball, you want to play early in your career, you want an opportunity, and a lot of our guys are getting that opportunity, so now it's what are you going to do with it? And one thing that I've learned since I've been doing this is feeling sorry for yourself or hanging your head or getting off of the team page is a natural response to playing poorly, but it's something that you got to fight and you got to battle every day, and the best teams are able to do that because everyone goes through stretches where the ball's not going in quite as much.
To that point, now that you've kind of lost control of your own destiny, the 2 games left, when you tell the guys going, he's lost 2 games, big one against Davis on Thursday.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to cancel the season, so our approach all year long is to try to go 1-0, and today we weren't able to do that. Thursday we get another opportunity, and against a great team, so we're obviously going to have to play better than we did today if we want to go down there and win. We're certainly capable of playing better, but it's more about the things that go into being successful. It's not like we can say, okay, we got to make more shots, or it's the stuff that goes into creating success for your team, and that's where we have to have a reliance and a dependence as a team. So we will be talking about that over the next several days.
Next question. Travion shot, almost from the same spot as the one he hit against Richmond. Did you feel like that was an omen that it was going to go in?
No. It was in that situation, you try to decide as a coach, we call timeout and run something, or just kind of let the guys play. We made the decision to let them play. You want the ball in the hands of your best player. He certainly made his share of big shots for us. That one didn't go in. I thought Mo did a great job working to get the rebound. Unfortunately, his follow attempt didn't go in, and we had to foul.
You were able to limit Cyber to 4 free throws in the second half after he had such a good first half. What did you do to limit him?
Well, we let him loose in the first half for too many outside shots. A lot of them were on the back end of the press, and I thought he was really aggressive. So it made a point of emphasis to defend him better, to stick to him more in transition and pressing situations. So he just didn't get as many open looks. But then, at the end there, he was able to draw a foul and knocked his free throws down, and then we had to foul him at the very end.
Elephant is part of one of the largest auto insurance companies in the world with operations in 7 countries. But we only have one hometown, Richmond. Thank you, Richmond. We're proud to be one of your fastest growing employers. More care, less cost. That's the Elephant difference.